we're going to bring on two dudes that were, responsible for bringing this film to light, and, writers and director and actor, as it turns out. I was talking to Todd, and I was like, dude, I didn't know you were Crispin in the film. I didn't realize that. I felt dumb. And I'm not going to pronounce last names because last time I failed miserably, as I found out. So we're just going to bring on Jay and Todd. We'll just say Jay and Todd. Guys, how's it going?
Hey.
What's up, guys?
How's it going, y'all? Thank you so much, by the way, for the kind words.
Yeah.
Oh, no, our pleasure. That movie, I know I saw a review that said, it's like Dazed and Confused meets Clerks. I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, we've only
and I'm like, just say those two things. I'm like, all right. I saw Clerks and it had me at Clerks. So I was like, all right. I love that movie.
I love pizza. So anything about pizza, I'm in.
Right.
I think the lighting in my area is not sufficient to you guys, but it's okay.
I think it's good. It's fine. I mean, I'm in my kitchen. I just put a blanket up as a backdrop. And so.
But thank you guys so much for watching it. Like, it means a lot. Like, just getting people to watch the film this size is means everything. So,
yeah.
Truly, thank you. Like, makes my week.
Well, it's crazy. I had not heard of the movie, and then Steven recommended it, and so I watched it, and then I ended up going and having my family watch it, and we all loved it. I feel like there is just something very simple and yet heartwarming about it, and I just made an impact. So, yeah.
Oh, that means a lot. I can't believe everyone in your family liked it. I'm always scared showing it to grandparents and children. I never know the line that's too far or not. It doesn't really have a rating per se. So, but no, thank you so much. And it takes off our lives, which I think is why, there's a connection to it, or it feels a little deeper. Todd actually worked at the pizza place. So
yeah. I knew, I could kind of realize that as we were watching you guys making the pizzas in the movie, that clearly you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's all Todd. Todd made, 100 of those pizzas, right?
Yeah, thousands of those pizzas, to be honest. It was my first job. That actual location and the folks over at the real Northwood Pizza were kind enough to just let us shoot during and after hours.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they're amazing. Could not have done it.
Was it weird being back?
No, I wasn't that far out. I was like a few months after I had left, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
And I visited there frequently because it was my sister's, one of her first jobs. It's very connected to the community. And so there were like a bunch of friends that worked there. So
my little sister works there now. She has the job
awesome.
that the lead girl in the movie has. She works the front and folds pizza boxes all day.
Whenever I think of Irvine, I always think of it as being like a kind of upper class college town. That's normally what I think about when I think of the college. But there were just little things that I thought were kind of cool when I watched it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, for the most part, upper class. But I had a single mom and a little sister, and we just lived in an apartment. And I mean, it's still Irvine, so it's a nice area. But my mom was not wealthy by any means, and isn't. So, but always had everything we needed. And I think that's the same with Todd. I know he had a sister and a mom and a single mom, and we both lived in a nice area. And it's one of those things where my mom wanted to sacrifice living somewhere nicer because she wanted me. Well, we lived here when you were younger, and it's a nice area, and it's a nice school, and just wanted to keep me there, kind of. So, kind of didn't leave. And it is, it was voted like the safest city in America, I think, at some point. So
wow.
But the movie itself, we didn't really point out Irvine because I think it can take place anywhere. I think you can relate anywhere. It can be small town America. It can be any suburb. It's just, people get stuck and people get attached to their hometown anywhere. It doesn't matter, in the United States, overseas. I mean, it's something that everyone can relate to.
Well, and you guys had mentioned, I think, elsewhere that this movie is very biographical, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a combination, I think, Todd and my life, and, like a third of our friends' lives, and just, seeing things we've noticed, people living in the area similar. But almost everything that happened, I feel like happened to one of us. A lot of the conversations in the movie are verbatim conversations I've had or Todd has had. So, and like we said, he worked in the pizza place. Every single location that they go to in the film, the park, the lake, places I still go to when I visit friends every once in a while or see them, but places I went all the time in high school to just eat Del Taco late at night or hang out.
I'm glad that you Del Taco. I know that Steven doesn't know what we're talking about.
I do. I know you're talking about. I don't remember because I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, maybe a little bit older, 5 years old. and there was a Del Taco here, and I live in North Carolina. I feel so out of place.
Wow.
Everybody that's been on this show is like California. I'm North Carolina. I'm like, oh man. But yeah, we had Del Taco for a little while. Then of course the Taco Bell chain had to win out. But I'm like, come on. I remember liking Del Taco, but honestly, I don't remember the taste, the experience. But I do remember that I liked it and wondering why it had to go away.
In Irvine, Del Taco is the only place that's open past 10 o'clock. So if you go at 3, I would go at 3 in the morning. There would be a line all the way wrapped around out of the shopping center, like 20 cars deep. Cause it's kind of hilarious, actually. I went there 10 times a week sometimes in high school. Like,
my God,
I don't know how.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I would
It's
say
a little too much.
I would say the workers there like watched us grow up on accident.
Probably.
Yeah, honestly. No.
Yeah.
So
I grew up across the street from the Del Taco and the pizza place because they actually share a parking lot. They're in the same center. So growing up in the apartment complex, I used to walk to the pizza place and walk to Del Taco. And those are the two places I frequented the most as a kid. So,
cool.
I mean, I have memories of Northwood Pizza being 3 years old. So it really is attached to me growing up.